does run away in recent months.
Well, what are the problems?
Parents claim that she won't listen, that she's constantly disobeying them.
I believe there's quite a bit of conflict building up between Lori and the stepmother in this situation, though.
Yes, it almost seems like a competition on both sides.
Well, what about the natural mother?
Well, that's where we're running into a lot of problems. It seems that the natural mother has moved out of state, and in moving out of state, she has left no forwarding address or phone number, and she simply can't be reached.
We also have two state referrals here, DCFS referrals. Two sisters, Cindy and Jane. Mother's been sentenced to a 6-month jail term, and no other relatives capable of helping out in the situation.
Well, what about the natural father?
Father's not allowed contact with the girls. Talked with the worker, and she's promised us that they can stay for the academic year, which we'd be in favor of.
How do the girls feel about that?
Well, they're callous as usual and pretty negative about coming, but I think given some time here, they'll fit in and appreciate our program. Be very receptive.
Our last referral is the Jones family, well, Larry Jones. The Jones are basically an upper middle class family. They've recently separated, however, and neither one of them feels capable of handling Larry's problems.
This intake meeting is the first step for a child entering our programs at Kemmerer Village. Here, concerned members of our staff determine whether our program can help a child. Children are referred to Kemmerer Village by churches, county courts, state and private agencies, friends, and concerned individuals. Once the intake committee has decided that Kemmerer Village can help a child, there is a pre-placement meeting between one of our social workers, a representative of the cottage life staff, and the family. At this meeting, the family sees the village for the first time, and through sensitive and concerned questioning, we are able to find out what needs to be done to assist them. Goals are established with the child and parents. From now on, it is important for them to work closely with the village staff and be responsible for the future of their family relationship. On the basis of this initial interview and any other available information, a placement committee will later determine the proper program that would best meet the needs of the child. A child may join the family-like environment of one of the cottages on our 20-acre village campus, or possibly one of our smaller community homes located in the neighboring town. Upon arrival at the village, it can be a very difficult and anxious time for a child. The way the child has learned to deal with reality up to now may have no reference point in this new environment with its clearly developed lifestyle and set of values. Our house parents don't attempt to soften the reality of the child's situation, but stand with them to help them face life. We accept the children for what they are in order to help them live up to their own potentials. In the cottages and community homes, we try to recreate the lifestyle of family living through a pattern of structured and responsible living habits. What better way to prepare for family living than to live like a family? The consistent structure and direction that a young person needs is provided within the family environment of house parents and 5 to 10 children. All the children at the village share in the daily chores and responsibilities of their cottage in order to be responsible as a family group. Within this cottage setting, the house parents assist each child individually as they put into practice the Christian ethics of responsible living, acceptance of others, a respect for authority, and an appreciation of life itself. This orderly and caring approach to living removes much of the anxiety in a child's life, enabling him to discover a new type of love, respect, and concern for others and for himself. A child's schooling is particularly important when his or her life has suffered chaotic circumstances, causing extended interruptions in the educational process. Our children attend local public schools, And with the schools, we stress to each child the need to develop good study habits. We have also initiated a special education program in a cooperative effort with the local school district. Here in this special classroom, under the guidance of a full-time psychologist, special attention is given to children both from the community and from the village who have a variety of educational and behavioral handicaps. Supportive educational services are also available on the village campus during the evenings of the school year and in the mornings throughout the summer. We have a growing vocational program on campus designed to better prepare the children for their future through active learning experiences. Added encouragement is given to our youth to participate in the variety of work experiences offered at the village and in the community. Each child has his own savings account and is encouraged to learn how to handle the extra money earned through these part-time jobs. Valuable lessons for the future come from these experiences.
Okay, good. $10 this morning.
A real childhood isn't all work, however, and the children are offered many opportunities for play and other social experiences, both on the campus and in the community. While a child is here at the village, a social worker assists the house parents in helping the child to better relate to parents, friends, family members, and the community. Through a growing process that combines responsible living with a practical approach to life, a child can come to understand more fully his own relationship to the world around him. The children at the village experience many friendships from within the community. Particularly for those children who have no natural family to turn to, there is a definite need to form lasting contacts outside our village program. To meet this need, we have established a program of friendship families. Through these families, they open their homes to a child for weekend or holiday visits, thereby offering a child the chance to build ongoing friendship ties where they would not ordinarily exist. Beyond the friendship families, we have foster home care for some of these children who would benefit from a more intense family environment. But for many of our children, foster care is not always a good or responsible answer to their needs. Thus, some children choose to stay within the family of our residential or community home programs until they come of legal age. At this point, we have an independent living program which they can enter. We help these young people find jobs, budget their money, and find a responsible place in today's society. We love all of these children and hope that the examples of family living and caring demonstrated within our programs will act as a guide for them when they establish families of their own.
There's a constant fight going on. I try to listen to Lori, I try to listen, and it's just a constant fight.
Lori, we never heard you.
Increasingly, our concern is becoming centered on helping seriously weakened families before they have been completely disorganized or destroyed. These weakened families come to us through private referrals by the church, friends, or involved individuals. We serve such families by offering them a period of relief immediately following a crisis. Both the child and parents are then involved in an intensive family counseling program. With this helpful counseling, the parent and child can start cooperative planning towards the development of more positive attitudes towards each other and their family relationship. This process will hopefully lead to the final reuniting of the family. concern, forgiveness, tolerance, love, understanding, support, direction, responsible living. Individual attention for individual situations. These are what families can give. And at Kemmerer Village, we are a family. Each and every member of our staff is concerned with helping give each child the support and guidance required to meet their own physical, emotional, and spiritual needs. The family, the very foundation of our society, continues to be under increasing stress. The result of this pressure is seen in the growing numbers of children being deprived of fully participating in that carefree period of life, their own childhood. These boys and girls and their families are your ministry at Kemmerer Village. It is our goal to help children and their families be reunited before there is further court or state involvement, causing the possible placement of a child outside of a home environment. Far too often, these children, these individuals are lost in a complicated welfare system, a system that is often burdened with numbers rather than names. Too often, we have seen children still emotionally weak or crippled withdrawn from our own child-caring programs because of cutbacks in governmental budgets. Kemmerer Village is doing its part as a Christian child-caring agency to take greater numbers of private children and families in need of support and guidance. However, many parents seeking our help for their child are unable to pay the full cost of their child's care here at the village. We have pledged ourselves on behalf of the church to serve these families regardless of their ability to pay. We care 24 hours a day. It may be taking a child to the hospital for treatment, or listening to a distraught parent, or a night vigil with a teenager asking why he should continue to live. It might be helping a family talk out their crisis, or making room for one more child in our village family. Our ministry is reflected in many ways throughout our family, but for Kemmerer Village to continue its helping ministry for those in need of care, we need your helping hand, a hand that can lend support to our shared ministry. Some of you can help the children of Kemmerer Village by providing volunteer service for the agency, possibly as a friendship or foster family. Beyond this, there is perhaps a more important mission for each of us. As the stress on today's family has increased, so has the demand for our services, and inevitably, so has the cost of our program. To meet these costs, we need your financial support, both in the form of direct gifts and as a later expression of love through your will. The goal of being able to fund all our child-caring programs from voluntary giving in all its forms is not only a desirable goal, but an obtainable one. To help those who are in need is the challenge and responsibility that Jesus has given to each of us, saying that as we do to the least of his children, we do also unto him. Our Christian ministry here at the village is to give these children the loving care that they need. The children need us, and they need you. Our Christian responsibility at Kemmerer Village is to carry out this ministry of love as a shared adventure, ours and yours.